Hello friends, this is Menak from Civil Center, and today we are going to discuss about one of our consultancy projects in which we did the work of structural vetting. The name of the client was Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, and they had an existing G+1 library building. The purpose of the building was storage of books, and they wanted 2 more floors to be constructed above it. So when they gave us the work to us as a structural consultant, the first thing we needed to do is to check whether the existing structure is safe or not. And then we checked whether 2 more floors can be constructed above the existing building or not. And after that we gave some suggestions as per our structural vetting report. So without wasting any time, let us check our structural vetting report, in which we'll discuss about the analysis process, and we'll also see what suggestions we gave to the client for constructing the 2 additional floors. So let's start. So here is the structural vetting report of the building. As you can see the introduction, the structural vetting was carried out for the existing building at plot, and this is the address, and it was also checked whether 2 more floors can be constructed in the same building. The purpose of usage of the building is to be used as a library where shelves of books can be kept, and the maximum load has also been given, and the copies of drawing which we had received were architectural drawings, structural drawings, soil test report, rebound hammer test or the non-destructive test, and these drawings and reports along with the data obtained from site visits were utilized for the structural analysis and checking of the structural stability of the building. So we collected all the existing drawings and reports from the client, and after that we used those reports for the structural analysis and checking of the structural stability of the building. The structural analysis and design was done using StatPro and MS Excel programming, keeping in mind the relevant IS codes and the requirements given by the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. The requirements include the requirement of loading which they had given for keeping the books or the storage of the books. The analysis results indicated the failure of 5 columns upon the application of appropriate loads. So the loads which they suggested to us, according to that 5 numbers of columns had failed. So we had to suggest something to retrofit that or to strengthen the structure so that 2 more floors can be constructed. So these were the requirements of the client to check the structural stability of the existing G+1 structure, that the building floors should be capable of bearing loads of 800 kilograms per square meter of floor area. And they also asked us to check whether the construction of 2 more floors above the existing structure, final structure G+3. So the existing structure was G+1 and the final structure would be G+3 is possible or not, considering that the building floor should be capable of bearing loads of 800 kilograms per square meter of floor area. That is the load of the books. So now let us move to the analysis part. The analysis part we did using the StatPro, and the structural elements including foundation, columns and beams and slabs at each floor were inspected, and the process of inspection was accomplished by site visit, including measurements, taking required measurements, study of the existing structural and architectural drawings, observing the results of the available NDT or the non-destructive tests submitted by the client to us, and using the relevant data from the IS codes. So after the analysis we got the analysis results, and the analysis results told that some members, that is the columns of the existing building, had failed to bear the loads considered. The columns which have failed, 5 numbers have been marked in red. So we had marked the columns which had failed, as you can see here. Now this was the detail of the clients: the client name, purpose of usage of the building, that is library building, name of the client, location, address, submitted documents, type of structure, that is obviously frame structure, type of soil, type of foundation, and date of the inspection, and analysis carried out. So based on that we had given a drawing in which we had shown, in this drawing these are the columns, and the columns marked in red are the columns which have failed upon the application of loads of the G+3 building. So this column had failed, and we had suggested some techniques to retrofit them, which we'll discuss in the next video. So friends, this was our project of structural vetting, in which we did the structural vetting of an existing G+1 building, and then we checked whether the construction of 2 more floors above it is possible or not. And when we found out that some structural members failed, we gave the client a solution to retrofit those members so that they could construct 2 more floors above it. So that's all for today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.